Today's topic is how to find a good place to live. We have property manager Samantha Seelig Silverzon. Samantha, how can somebody prepare if they know that they need to find a place, an apartment, rent a house? What can they do to prepare?
Okay, they can have their identification ready. They want to have their references ready. They want to know how much they can spend a month, including utilities. And they want to make sure that their credit is good and in place where it needs to be.
Great. We have such a large county, so many places to live. It can be overwhelming. How do you narrow down where you should look?
Okay, well, if you have a job, you want to make sure you're close to that job. If you don't have a car or transportation, you want to make sure you're close to a bus. If you work or go to school, you want to make sure you're close to that school as well to make sure you can get to that school on time.
Great. When you finally narrow down and you think you found an apartment or a house, and you do this site visit where you walk through, what are some of the things you should be looking for during that walkthrough?
Okay, well, you want to make sure that it's in a safe location. You want to make sure that the building is maintained. You want to make sure that there's no damage to the apartment. If there is, you want to take pictures so you have that record of how it is when you moved in.
Great. Lease agreements. We've all seen them. They can be really long and complex. What are some of the key points when you're looking at that lease agreement, when you're ready to sign? What should you be looking for?
Well, you want to make sure that the amounts are correct that you're signing off on, rent, deposits, what you're responsible for, and what your landlord is responsible for.
Great. Why is it important to be a good renter?
Well, you want to make sure that if you're moving on to another place that you have a good reference for someone to call for them to make sure that you are a good renter.
How can you show that? What are some things you can do to show that you are a good renter?
Okay, well, you can pay your rent on time. You can abide by the rules that the landlord sets for you, and make sure you pick up after yourself.
Great. We all run into situations where there might be accidental damage. Maybe you'll have a late rent. What can you do about that? What should you do if you know that that's coming up?
You should call your landlord immediately and explain the situation. The sooner you do, the better, because if you wait, then they will probably not be as understanding as they would be if you let them know as soon as something happened.
Great. If somebody's interested in more information on the rental process, renting, where can they go?
Well, you can go to the Transitions website, or you can go to space321.com for more information.
Great. Let's talk a little bit about the different careers in the real estate industry. We always think of it as maybe it's just the real estate agent, but are there other careers, other opportunities?
Yes, you can do property management. You can do secretarial work in a real estate office. You can be an assistant, or you can move on to be a broker after you've been a realtor for about 2 years.
Now, do all of those require school or special certificates?
To be a real estate agent and a broker, you are required to be a licensed realtor with the state of Florida. But as far as secretarial work or an assistant, you probably just need some experience in that kind of field. You don't need a degree or anything for that.
Great. Thank you so much, Samantha.
You're welcome.